So Abdallah Sima is set to return from the African Cup of Nations, but not how he wanted it, guys. Before you get all excited and think, great, he's coming home, he's going to have Sima back. It's not good at all. Not good news at all. Now, earlier on the channel, we brought you news of Abdallah Sima's injury. This was the video we brought out earlier. Now there has appeared another update as regards Abdallah Sima and his injury. The one player I think a lot of us would have said that we really did not and could not afford to be without. Sima has been one of Rangers' best players this season. I mean, if you look at the guy's stats, Scottish Premier League, 20 matches, 10 goals, 2 assists, 12 goal contributions in 20 games. Scottish League Cup, 4 appearances, 1 goal. Europa League, 6 appearances, 3 goals. 1 and 2 in the Europa League is excellent. UEFA Champions League, 3 matches, 1 goal. So, totaling 15 goals this season from a wide position. Abdallah has been one of our finest players, but it now appears that he is set for in the words of the Senegal medical staff, a long period out, injured. Now, according to the reports that have come out tonight, Abdallah Sima is set to return to Rangers from the Africa Cup of Nations after suffering a thigh injury to his abductor longus, which I think, I am not a doctor. It looks from what I've Googled and what I've looked at, it looks like he's like a groin muscle. That's what it looks like. To what degree that is, I don't honestly know. Look, at the end, it's abductor longus is one of the abductor muscles in the medial thigh, together with the abductor brevis, the abductor magnus gracius, and abdullah extremus, whatever the hell that means. What does the abductor longus muscle do? It's the main action of the abductor group of muscles is to abduct the thigh at the hip joint. The abductor longus muscle also plays a role in external and lateral rotation and flexation of the thigh. So it sounds like it would be obviously very vital for him in terms of running, turning, moving, sprinting, all those things. It appears that he has damaged that. Now, that probably was in training with Senegal, as he has not played a single game for them. Now, according to the reports that have been reported in several media sources tonight, Abdallah has left the national team camp after picking up the injury in training on Wednesday. The Senegal Football Association confirmed Abdallah Sima will return to his club Glasgow Rangers for treatment of the injury. The official statement warned Sima could face a long period of unavailability due to a thigh issue. A statement further confirmed, furthermore, the SFSF informs that the player Abdallah Sima left the den today after passing examinations following an injury contracted during training on Wednesday. Noting an injury to the abductor longus of the left thigh, leading to a long period of unavailability for the player, the medical staff of the selection and this club, Glasgow Rangers, decided for him to return to the club for optimal treatment of this injury. This is very, very bad news that he is out. He will be missing for a long period of time. The abductor longus is this part of this is a diagram of where the abductor longus is, and it's thought that there is an injury to one of those muscles. I'm not sure which side it is on or what thigh it is on, but it is obviously going to be a bad thing that he is out injured and he will be missing a number of games. Such a vital player. I know that we were all really looking forward to having him back and having him available to be back playing, hopefully after the 11th of February, if Senegal had obviously made it all the way to the final. That and obviously now appears to be that it's going to be a long period on the sidelines for him. Now, I've been doing some research into this. According to the NHS, it depends on the grade of the muscle injury as to how long you will be missing for. I'm sure we'll find out some more information from the club once further medical tests have been carried out. But it certainly seems like it could be a while. A grade one injury can take up to 2 weeks with normal movement and walking resume within a few days. A grade 2 strain can take 3 to 6 weeks, and a grade 3 strain could take up to 4 months. So it's really, we've got to hope that it's not a grade 3 injury, because 4 months obviously would take us still virtually will take us to the end of the season, 3 to 6 weeks, and you're looking at a substantial time out. It'll be sort of towards March time before he is able to return to sort of, well, it could be early February, it could be late February, early March, or even end of March time that he is back, meaning that Rangers will have played a substantial number of games and he will have missed a substantial number of games. This injury to Abdallah Sima certainly seems to speed up the call for a winger to be signed in the January transfer window. Obviously we have Ross McCausland, Scott Wright and Rabbi Matondo on the books. And, Rabbi, I thought tonight flattered to deceive at times. His end product wasn't great against Dumbarton. Scott Wright, of course, a lot of fans do, say that Scott Wright is obviously not up to the task. And obviously Ross McCausland is just a young player. So it's a big one. It is a massive loss. I know he's only on loan. I know he's just a loan player at the end of the day. But his impact this season has been considerable. He has been a quality player. And I think this does obviously mean that this is a situation we do need to address in the transfer window now. If this comes back, that Abdallah is out for 3 to 6 weeks, or we're still out for 4 months, this would be a disaster, really. This player has been quality for us in Europe and domestically. So it's a massive blow for us, a huge blow for us. And it's always a risk when players go off to represent their countries. And like I said, it's one of the reasons that really irritates me about international football, that we pay the wages of these players. They go off to play international football, which, they're within their rights to do. A lot of people take pride in representing their countries. Personally, I wouldn't. But, then that player comes back injured and you're then stuck, paying the guy's wages and without that player, which is not good at all. So it does look like Abdallah Sima is out for a elongated period of time. It does look like it's a grade 2 or grade 3 from what the Senegal Football Association are saying. Obviously, we'll find out more once Rangers have assessed the injury, but very bad news indeed tonight. After what has been a good evening, a 4-1 victory in under tough conditions, get the job done, get the result, no injuries, straight back down the road, ready for the Hibs game on Wednesday. But this news tonight is not great news at all. Okay, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, please hit the sub and obviously ring that bell. On the way out, if you can do me 2 favors. Number 1, smash the like. And number 2, remember always, we are the people.